What's up, everyone? Today we're doing a game review of Endless Grades Pixel Saga. That's what it is. I hate long title games, but Endless Grades Pixel Saga. That is the game. It is on mobile and PC. Free to play, but it is a gotcha style game. So obviously there are incentives to spend money in this game. I have been kind of searching for a second game to play with AFK Arena, which is kind of the main game I play right now, but just something to casually play on the side. And so this is a game that I've tried for about 3 days now. Spent a pretty good amount of time on it. And I feel like I've unlocked most components of the game, so I can have an idea of what this game is like. So I want to share my review, my experience with it, and yeah, hopefully this helps others decide whether or not they want to play this game. Okay, so let's start with the good. One, I really like the visuals of the game. I like pixel art. I feel like pixel art has kind of been pretty popular over the past few years. There's a lot of games that have been kind of trying to adapt this, but I think there's a good balance of having like the pixel art, which is fun, but also not losing out on like those details or those aesthetics that are really nice. And so it does a good combination of giving you like the pixel figures here, but then if you go to the heroes, you click on them and you get actual like visual looks of the heroes. There's a lot of boobas, whatever. Not like I have no opinion of that either way. It's not like as raunchy as some other games, but you gotta pander to your audience, I suppose. And it's not just females in the game. There's little boys that are painting, I guess. So that's one thing that's kind of whatever. But it's its own thing. It's you have this detailed art combined with the pixels. I would say another thing that I really enjoy at this game is that there are a decent amount of characters. So you can see the red. These are the units that are SSR, so they're the highest kind of level or ranking of the characters. And if you scroll down, you can see I have all these, and then the yellow is the SR, and then purple is kind of like the lowest. And so just from playing for a few days, I've unlocked all those, and these are the only ones that I have not obtained yet. Now, it is similar to other games where you will pretty much get all the characters as you play the game, but the real value comes when you upgrade them. So, for example, let's go ahead and look at my top units. She is level 5 here. So you get copies of them, you can upgrade them or ascend them, and they get stronger. They get more abilities. In stat bonuses, I like that they have everything kind of just, holy frick, I didn't know there were, you can get them, ascend them to a 30, which is very high. But I like how they have everything kind of like just explained out. You can see it all. No confusion to be made as far as like what is happening when you upgrade them. So let's go ahead and just take a look at the summoning so you can get an idea of that. So I have 10 scrolls. I'm going to go ahead and summon them. And pretty much every time you summon 10, you will... Oh, I got a new character that I didn't have before. I got the Thorn Queen. Oh, and I got Bloodthirsty Count. And so you see I got 2 SSRs right there. The summoning is very generous. You get a good amount of units just from summoning. And that's something that I like in a game. I don't like it where you save up for like a month at a time in hopes of getting a single copy of something. You can get pretty much anyone you want within a week, I would say. And that's one thing that I think the game does well. Now, a few other final things that I enjoy. I would say overall progression in this game makes sense. You have your levels here. As you get XP, you can level up. As you get equipment, you can upgrade your equipment. You can also quick enhance down here, which is nice. And your equipment is for everyone. You don't have equipment for every single unit. Your equipment applies to the stats of all heroes, which I'm a big fan of as well. I don't like having to get like very specific armor for every single hero. And then if you like upgrade at a certain point, it's only stuck on that hero or whatever. It's nice to have it all just in one spot. You can upgrade it, and then that's it. I like that a lot. The final good thing that I want to kind of point out in this game is that there's a lot of familiarity with this game compared to other similar like RPG, gotcha, waifu collector, whatever type games. You have your tower, your arena, dungeons, like it's all very familiar. So if you played one, a lot of this will make a lot of sense to you. You have your dispatch up here where you can dispatch units to get you like passive income of certain, degrees of things. You have your carnival, which is where you can play different mini games pretty much that'll give you different rewards. You have your gate of heroes where you summon things, market where you can buy different things daily. Some games will have chests like this, which I actually like. I think it's kind of fun where you can open them, you get rewards, and then you can kind of unlock more chests by pulling more, opening more chests. A few other things that, your loot every day, you can collect it, and you have your fast loot. Some games that are kind of like pushing like this, you can use kind of speed buffers or battle speed increasers, which will basically make everything get slaughtered or beaten quicker. It can also help you go through levels faster. So if you're trying to progress after a big power spike, you can progress a lot quicker, which is nice. And then you have like all of your like free things. So you get 1,000 free summons over the course of 100 days because you get 10 scrolls every day. You get your login gifts, more login gifts pretty much. First purchases, check-in rewards, all things that if you play games like this before, it just makes sense. Like you understand how this works. Nothing too crazy. So next I want to dive into the things that are good and bad. For some people, they might be things that they like about the game. For others, they might be things that they don't really appreciate. So these things, I'm going to kind of share my opinion on them, but recognize that for some people, they might be a good thing. For others, they might not be a good thing. So my first thing is this game has a lot of stuff going on with it. There are a lot of things you can do. There are events. There's a lot of different like sub things to do. You have your mini games. You have, just all sorts of things going on. You have your mine down here where you can mine for however long. As long as you got pickaxes, you can mine and you can get resources and blah, blah, blah. This is also how you get like these jelly guys, which you can basically connect with your characters. That'll give them different buffs. It's not very intuitive. It's very annoying, honestly. I'm not a big fan of the mine, but for some people, they might like that. Another thing that I just is like my personal pet peeve of mobile games as a whole is throwing these mini games into like games that just like I don't want to play this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to think about this. Like I'm literally stupid. I don't know how to do this. I failed. I don't know. I don't want to do this. This is not my thing. If I wanted to play games like this, I would play Candy Crush and I would be happy. But stop putting mini games in these freaking gacha games and all these RPG games and all these other games on mobile. Like, please. I know it will not stop, but please stop making me put hours of mini games to get resources. I don't want to do it. So that's my Some people you might like that though. You might like having those mini games in the game. You might like just getting as much content as possible or having the most just resources that you can gather from different things, and that might be your thing. But for me personally, that's just not my thing. So that's one thing that I wanted to mention. Another thing that I wanted to mention that could be good or bad is, and I already mentioned this a little bit, is there's a lot of familiarity in this game, but I think that also kind of takes away from it where there's not a lot of new content in the game. You have your arena, you have different arenas, whatever. Arena is just arena. I don't think there's anything that really makes it special. And for some people, that might be what they're looking for because they just don't like arena. I personally don't like arenas in games, so I don't mind it being like this. But if you're looking for a unique arena experience, that's not going to be this game. You got your tower, pretty similar to a lot of other games where you have your main tower and then your towers based on your different factions. And then you have dungeons where you basically fight a monster and you get different resources depending on the monster you fight. And then you can progressively clear like higher level dungeons, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of familiarity. A lot of games have a lot of these systems in place, and you just, that's how it is. So I don't think there's enough to make it a unique game compared to other games. which I don't love, but I think some people having that familiarity is nice, and they might just be looking for the same game but just a reskin version of it. So that is my kind of maybe not good, maybe not bad, not game breaking points on this game so far. Okay, now we're gonna jump to things that are bad. I just think objectively most people don't like these things, and I just want people to be aware of them. One thing that I hate when games do this is they have notifications for things and they reset every time you close the game. And so every time you go in the game, you can go to the store, you can kind of look through things, you can get rid of most of the notifications. Like here, I'm claiming my stuff and they're gone. But in this, I can't clear this unless I watch 3 ads to get these. I don't want to watch 3 ads. I hate having to watch ads for stuff. And so now that I go back, it's gone. But if I go ahead and log out of the game and come back in, it'll reappear until I either do that same sequence again, go to it and look at the screen, or I'll watch the ads and it'll be done for the day. That kind of stuff is just annoying. It's the same for this event thing here. You got this. I don't really know. I think she's a new hero, so that's cool. And then there's skins that they're selling, but it's not like super, like you don't know the price of them. It's just kind of there. If I click get now I know the price, so I can get free. And I can spend $50. $50 for this skin. Not happening. So that's one thing. Like the notifications, the spamming is just a lot. Another thing, now that we're here in the event page, this is the only event going on, and there's just a lot of stuff with this event, and it just is kind of confusing. There's not like a good direction of what I need to do, what I'm trying to do. It's just like, okay, we just spat a bunch of stuff on here, and there's like 8 different things you can do for this event. Have fun. And so I kind of went through these yesterday. I did some of the stuff, but like there's like Minesweeper in here, but it's like Love Sweep. I don't want to play Minesweeper. I can literally download that game on my computer. It might already be on my computer for all I know. I don't want to play Minesweeper. So annoyed by that. This? Okay, what's this? Oh, it's just more skin advertisement. Cool. You know, what's this? Okay, I don't even really know what's happening. I guess I'll look at this. All right, now I can get more information. So like, it's just kind of all over the place. You also have these 3 things down here for more things. It's just like a lot of like stuff everywhere. And it's like you have to click through everything every time you get in the game. You have to try to figure it out. Like it's not just linear, it's just like a web of everything. So not my favorite. I don't like games that do this. I like it when it's very linear. And this game just is not that. So another thing that I want to mention, and this might be something that some people like, I don't like it, and I think objectively most people just don't like it in general. But so if you go to the dungeons, this is where you can basically get more things by clearing more levels of the dungeon. I've cleared the first 2. I can sweep this. I've already used my sweeps up here. You can see they reset in about 5 hours. Or I can continue trying to attack more of these to kind of progress down. Or I can watch an ad to get one more sweep to sweep this. Now, if I click this, I get stuck with an ad, which this is 5 seconds, which is actually insane. I've never seen an ad before. I've done this before. They have been 30 seconds every time. So boom, I got my sweeping ticket. Now I can sweep this. Voila. I don't like games that have like ads kind of incorporated into the game. I don't like ads in games, period. Especially when they're selling different things in the game already, like skins and other things. I just feel like, yes, you need to monetize it somehow, but there are a ton of games that do not incorporate ads for like free stuff, and they are making millions and millions every day. I just feel like it just adds an annoying time component where if you want to like really min-max, you have to watch like 10 minutes of ads every day to get all the resources that you can. And I just like, I don't like games that do that. I'd rather either pay or not pay. Like I'd rather have pay to win whales or free to play. But if I'm free to play, I don't have to deal with stupid nonsense. And this game just has ads kind of incorporated in a lot of different areas that I'm just not a fan. You can get here, you can get free coins, I can do it 5 times, I think. Okay, now I can see, now they changed it where it's free with an ad. No, thank you. I will not be doing that. Just another example of it. Don't like ads in games like that. I don't like ads, period, in games. I want to open a game and I just want to play it. And if I feel inclined to support the people by spending money, I will, or I will not. I don't want to be forced to watch ads to get certain resources from the game. All right, now the final thing that I'm going to mention is the farm. And at this point, you're probably thinking, Bacon, maybe mobile games just aren't right for you because a lot of these things are just specific to mobile games. Maybe you should just quit mobile games and play a normal game. And you might be right, honestly, but I'm going to say this kind of stuff in games drives me bonkers. It's the same as the minigame stuff. If I wanted to play Farmville or do something else, I would. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to, like, I don't even understand, like, what is happening. My crop growth increases, eviction battle attack bonus. Like, I don't know what half of this stuff even means. I'm growing Void Lotus over here. These are locked. Mailbox. Okay, I got a mailbox from myself. Like, I don't have the time to try to understand what half of this stuff means. And I'm sure some people might enjoy this. Maybe 10% of people enjoy this. I don't think most people would, but this just isn't up my alley. Not a fan of this stuff. I don't want this to be in the game. I'd rather the game be simplified where I can log in, do my daily stuff, progress on my stage level up my characters, and then kind of move on from that. I don't want to have to spend like 10 hours a day, not literally, going through my dailies. It's just not something I enjoy. Some people, like I said, they might, but I just don't. And I feel like when you add stuff like the farm and the carnival, and it just becomes such a hassle, and it just kind of takes away from the stuff in the game that I do like doing. And it's unfortunate because if you just ignore those things, you're not going to progress as much overall. Like, you're just going to take longer to do stuff, and it's going to be harder. So that's why that's disappointing to me. And so yeah, that's my last kind of negative thing about the game. But overall, like, the concept of the game, the content, I've enjoyed. Like, I enjoy level up my heroes. I enjoy the equipment stuff. I like a lot of different things about the game. You know, I enjoy the combat. Like, I like this screen. I like being able to click here and I can challenge the boss. Like, I like parts of this game. It's just I want to be able to do these things and not have to go to the mine. And I don't want to have to go to the carnival or the farm. Or I don't want to have to go to dispatch and I can't claim all because I'm not at a level 6 dispatch level. Or if I complete these, oh, there's no more left. If I complete all these, I can't do a quick dispatch because I'm not level 5. There's like just annoying things like that that just kind of like overall they kind of add up, and then they just kind of make me not want to play anymore because I'm spending too much time on this game. And so while the concept of the game I think is good, I think some people will have a lot of fun with it. It's just probably not for me. I don't think I'm going to continue playing this game, unfortunately. I've read online from other players that this game is a game that you can play for like a year or two, and then you can kind of get to the end game and there's nothing there. You just kind of beat it. Yeah, you can get like top in arena, or you can like be in a good guild. But besides that, no, I lost, unfortunately. Besides that, there's just not a lot of like goals to have in mind. Besides collecting waifus and other guys and leveling them up and kind of min-maxing, and then that's the end game, which I understand is a lot of these games, but there's really not a lot of direction, and I think that is where people kind of just play games like this for maybe a few months and they quit. And so that is my overall review of the game. Pixel Saga, Greater Battle Fights, Waifu Simulator 2. I honestly don't remember the name of the game. I know there's Pixel Saga in it. That's all I can remember. That's my review of the game, though. Curious if anyone else has played this game, what you think about it. If you feel similar as me, if you think there's things that I don't have correctly or I don't view correctly, or things that you just think aren't a big deal that maybe I'm making a big deal about. Curious what you think, but hopefully, maybe for some of you this sparked interest in the game. You want to play it. Go ahead and play it. I don't care if you like this game. I'm not going to like hate on you for liking it. I don't hate the game, like I've said, but it's not my game. I'm not going to continue playing it. And hopefully this helps some of you guys get a better understanding of the game and whether or not it's right for you. But like always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.